What's up, everybody? This is Jay Spruill. He's music, sports, and life. Shout out to the city of Milwaukee. Shout out to Gwinnett County, Georgia. And I was born in North Carolina. Take your shirt off. Rave it around your head like a helicopter. Um, just like the title said, there is no Power Book 3 Raising Kanan next week. It's kind of smart how they do it. This is what's considered the mid-season finale. So 10 episodes. It's the fifth episode, and usually what Courtney Kemp, the creator and boss of all the Power series, in the mid-season finale, either somebody dies or there's some type of big reveal. So I'm gonna get into that later in the review. I'm already 1 minute in. I saw a review that I really liked today. That was 8 minutes, so I'm gonna try to keep mine up to 8 minutes. So let's get into it. What I want to point out is something that's real interesting. The title of this episode is "Pick Your Battles." Now, the reason "Pick Your Battles" is very prominent is because old fine, I'm gonna start calling her old fine Rock. Now that I found out she's from South Carolina, she's even better than me. Like even her acting is better when you find out she's from South Carolina because you can't tell me she ain't no black woman from Queens the way she act. Um, old fine Rock had five, count them, five different instances where she could have killed somebody in jail. Okay, number one is Kanan. So I wrote a note to myself. Of course, she wouldn't kill Kanan, but I guess the harshest thing as a mother she could do with him, you could picture her doing it as a result of what he did. But she told him, I'm going to fall back. She says, I can't even think of the words to describe how angry I am at what you did. You know, she's sitting up there smoking a cigarette with the. So I'm going to fall back. So, of course, me, I'm thinking, okay, that makes sense. That's her son. It makes sense that he get a pass. But then Marvin, I legitimately thought that she might kill Marvin. Even with that being her brother, just the way she talked to him, with the way she always calls him stupid, I just thought maybe he would buck up and be like, well, F you then, or something like that, and she would have to lay him down. She gave Marv a pass. She undressed him and emasculated him as a man the way she was talking to him. She gave Marvin a pass for messing up the house, endangering her son's life. I thought she would kill him just because Kanan could have got killed. She gave a pass on that. Our favorite Colombian, I can't remember his name, so I'm just gonna call him Poppy because she called him Poppy. You know, he was talking crazy. Oh, and she said something so cold. He said, "Well, yeah, we got to renegotiate. Then I want more money." He was like, "Oh, how does she put it, y'all?" She says, she says we negotiate with a handshake, but we renegotiate by throwing hands. I thought that was cold. Because really, really what she's saying, it ain't no renegotiation. Instead of throwing hands, you know what she really meant. Bow, bow. Like, yeah, if you don't like the terms, you can die. Not if you don't like the terms, you can leave. You know, if if you don't like the terms, we can invite you to die politely. You can exit the earth. Um, the tenant, he kept telling her, I don't know if I think y'all is. I am. You're not kicking me out of my apartment. So Marvin roughed him up, and she just said, Marv, uh, go chill out in the hallway. And then, even though that man who just got whooped is an adult, I don't know if y'all caught it. But it really felt like Rock was talking to that tenant like a concerned mother. Like to me, she looked at him the same way that she looks at Kanan. She's just very, her old pretty face. Do you know who I am? It's almost like she's kind of having some mercy on him because he's like, I think so. It's almost like I'm not gonna kill you, and I'm not just gonna snap on you. I don't operate in a way where I expect everybody to know who I am. But I know my name rings enough bells that you can put two and two together. So basically, she said, I'm gonna have this either way, whether you want me to have it or not. Question is just like, man, what you gonna do with the opportunity I give you? You know, like, yeah, I'm gonna send you somewhere. I'm gonna be merciful enough because I know I'm just taking over your home, but I'm gonna have it. So, how we want to do this? And he got a lot more respectful after he got whipped, and they left the room. So, so keep in mind, this is four people who she gave a pass to, and then finally scrap. Now I don't know about y'all, but them old pretty big crazy eyes. When she cut him off with the Range Rover, I thought she was gonna dome shot him right inside her SUV. And I also liked that he said, I wouldn't violate your baby boy under any other circumstances. But he fronted me in front of my crew, so I had to represent. And that is also shown by the fact that you could tell that Rap was kind of taking it light on Kanan. He was trying to win the fight, but he really wasn't trying to embarrass him, or really like knock out all his teeth, something like that, where he know that Rock would just kill him for that. And I think on a street code, Rock understood. She's probably still not happy with the fact that he fought Kanan, even if Kanan started it. But she understands that Kanan doesn't understand street rules and street etiquette. So when he's saying, your boy fronted me in front of my crew out of nowhere, like unexpectedly, I had to represent. That's why he didn't get killed. However, I do think that sending him to Unique, we're gonna end up with another torture scene. They gonna do him bad, and Rock is not gonna care. But I'm kind of up in the air. I don't know about y'all. Y'all tell me in the comments. Part of me felt like the Unique knew what was going on, and the other part of me thinks he didn't. But it's with him, it's so hard to tell. Yeah, Joey Bad is a real good actor, so I really can't figure out if he knows that he's a infiltrating snitch, or if he really thinks I got me a new soldier, I'm taking one of Rock's people. All right, so I'm already 8 minutes in, but that's why Pick Your Battles is such a good title because it was Rock all 5 times choosing to pick her battles more smartly and not always using force to make her point. Um, Kanan, if you notice in this episode, was talking a lot more like 50 Cent. Like the inflection when he threatened Jukebox. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me. I'm really starting to see a lot more. That really shows you what a good actor the young man is because he really don't seem like Kanan. But this episode, when he got angry a few times, I could see it. Jukebox is like a street genius. And it's kind of funny because they're not really giving us much indication. Shout out to my friends Nisha and JG at the Power Exchange. Always check out their podcast. Um, Nisha made a point that Jukebox is so advanced, street knowledge. and it's kind of spooky because yeah, like she thinks like an adult when it comes to the streets. And Kanan wasn't trying to hear it, but she was like, "Yeah, it was Davina," and that got him so upset. Once again, she's a little pretty little thing, but that little pretty little thing said, "Ninja, I ain't scared of you." And the other thing that was real powerful that she said, she was like, "Man, our family got a lot of secrets." It's almost like she told me, "Did you think I'm supposed to be scared because you bucking up at me? We come from the same family." And there's a lot of secrets in our family that you don't know. Once again, showing that she's advanced. Because why does Kanan not know, but she does? Um, the thing with Jukebox and the mom, I hate to see the poor baby shaking, like literally traumatized, like she was shaking, trying to hold back the tears. With how devastating that was to get caught making out. So not only was the mom obviously homophobic, and the dad just seemed like the dad does seem cool. Like it seems like the dad, with all the yelling and crying. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, or give me props if y'all thinking the same thing I was thinking. It almost seems like he was gonna say, "So they kissed." So all this commotion because they kissed. It almost seems like he felt like, so what? But mom seems like the type of Karen that she was all good, with the little Negro girl from the project. But her being intimate with her daughter just crossed the line. And it really felt like that's when she became an N word to her at that moment. She didn't see her as an N word before that, but seeing her rolling around with her daughter, she instantly, instant N word in her mind. And if you think that I'm reaching for that, the fact that she says, "I will call the police and tell them you sexually assaulted my daughter," 100% proves the the latent racism that was inside of her. Because these are teenagers who consensually were rolling around together. But by saying that, "Oh yeah, this monkey from the projects came and did this to my daughter against her will," when you clearly know that that's not the case. So, uh, felt bad for Jukebox, but she's a very strong young lady, and she will bounce back from that in some type of way. Oh yeah, and she's such more of a talented artist than Famous. So like when she was singing, I thought they would show more scenes of Famous kind of hating and kind of being upset that he got outshined like that. Maybe they'll save that until the week after next. But I know Famous got to be feeling some type of way because her vocals blew whatever little rhyming he thought he was doing out the water. That's bad. As a former MC, I can tell you, you know, we take pride in our bars. We should take pride in our bars. And if somebody singing can make our bars seem insignificant, yeah, that hurts. Um, and finally, the biggest discussion, Omar, Omar Epps, aka Detective Howard. Um, as soon as he said 1976, 1975 was his birthday, and he says, "I thought you were older than that." The wheels start turning in his head, and he realized the person whose son I thought you were, it was impossible. That's my son. So for all the props that I gave Locke, she was giving people passes and picking her battles, as the title indicates. goes to show just how cold she is. That she would let both her son and the father of her son not know that they were basically the nuclear family. The drug dealer, the cop, and the unsuspecting son who would go on to become a drug dealer. I guess for her line of business, it probably protected her that she kept that a secret because probably somebody would come to kill her just off the assumption that she feed information to the cop. But pretty big reveal and interesting to see what they're gonna do with that. Even more interesting to see how Kanan is gonna react when he finds out. Salute.